Hi guys. As you can see by the title, this video is going to be talking about my symptoms and what's been going on and all that good stuff the past few weeks. Let's just get right into it. I have obviously let you guys all know that Ryan and I are pregnant. It's truly something that we can't even handle. I mean, not like we can't handle it because it's bad. I mean, like in a good way, we cannot handle and fathom how beautiful and amazing this is. So we've been just like taking it all in, experiencing it all, and just really soaking this all up. I don't know I'm sure I've had some type of announcement video up before this, of course, but I don't know what that will be yet. I have no idea. No clue. Right now, I am currently 7 weeks and a day. So I just got into my 7th week, so of course we won't be announcing for a little over a month publicly. I filmed a update video when I was 4 weeks, but I actually was a little further along than I thought that I was. I guess when I was using an app, I accidentally, for some reason, I know that I entered in the first day of my last missed period, but it like for some reason jumped it up 3 days, and so I was 3 days off. I have it correct now. I feel like, I don't know, I filmed it and I was just like all over the place. I was just doing this, which I'm doing right now because I can't help myself. I don't know why I talk so much. I just feel like it was too much. It was too much. I was trying to edit it and I was just like, dude, these people are gonna be like, you need to calm down and shorten this up a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna try to accomplish today. And to be honest, nothing much has really changed drastically since that video. So I figured I would just kind of put a little big chunk of time, because I think a lot of the very first few weeks / months of pregnancy is very similar. So basically this is gonna be like from the time I found out till right now, which is about, I just finished 6 weeks. So I guess if you want to call it, 4 to 6 weeks or 4 to 7 weeks, I don't know. I don't really know how these are going to go. I don't know how I want to do them. I don't know how often I'm going to do them. I'm kind of just going to roll with it and let it be what it is. I found out on July 20th that we were pregnant and told Ryan. He was super excited. Both of us were just a little apprehensive. We were really, really excited, but we also know that when you find out, before your missed period, that just when you find out in the beginning, it's like a little bit scary because there's a chance that things might go wrong, and you kind of don't want to let yourself get too excited because you're like, it's still really early. And I'm sure me saying this, everyone can understand and empathize with that and know what I'm talking about. But we were just kind of like, yay, we're so excited, but also like kind of nervous. We were watching my tests get darker and darker and darker to the point where both like first response tests and even like the cheapy tests were coming out like darker than the control line. Like everything seemed to be going pretty good. And so we just were like, okay, I guess this is happening. We are both super pumped and excited, and we are in the process of telling family. We just came back from a family vacation with Ryan's family, my husband, and we're about to go on my family's vacation. And so we're really excited to be able to kind of have the whole fam know. We're gonna be make sure that all the Brian side and all of my side knows. I mean, not like extended like aunts and uncles and like friends yet, but family will definitely be knowing, hopefully, or not hopefully, I know they will be knowing very, very shortly within these next few days. So really, really excited about that. And we also have our first prenatal appointment on August 21st at 10 a.m. I always think of Santa's coming to town, 10 a.m. It's gonna be like where we actually get to see this little babe and hear it and get like just a ton of information. And I just feel like once we have that appointment, it will feel even more real. I will be turning 9 weeks the next day after that. So really, really excited. Cannot wait for that. So I guess I'll just go into the symptoms that I've been feeling since finding out up until now. They've been pretty much the same, except this past few days I've been noticing some differences, so I'll just kind of keep it very short and sweet as best I can. So when I first found out, my very first symptom that I ever experienced was the sensation of feeling like I was very out of breath. I felt like I was just getting out of breath so easily. I was going up and down stairs and I felt like I was getting out of breath. I would be talking and I felt like I was losing my breath quicker. It was really, really weird. And I still feel that sensation of feeling like I can't, like I just feel like I'm always out of breath. It's so weird. So I definitely feel that, and I guess it's because of all the extra blood that I'm making to then foster the baby. I know it says it's like something like that, but it is for sure, like that was probably like my first thing where I was like, ew, like what the heck's going on? Like I know I'm out of shape, but I feel like I'm not that out of shape. Next thing that I was noticing was definitely I was having some soreness in the ladies. It was more so on the sides, like really close to like my armpits, because I'll get them, they'll be sore right before I get my period, but this was different. And I hate saying that because everyone says that, like, it's just different, and then you think like, hey, this is different than last month, but then, you know, so I don't want to say that, but it did feel a little bit weird, off of from the norm of what I'm used to of when right before my period. Definitely getting tired for sure. I've noticed over these past few weeks, almost a month, that between the hours of 1 and 3, I just feel extremely exhausted, could easily take a nap. I lose all motivation or anything. I mean, I'm pretty tired for the most part throughout the day, but like those few hours is when the peak is of my exhaustion and I feel like I can't function, basically. And I have felt the cramping. It was more so, I would say, between weeks 4 and 5.5-ish. I was cramping a lot. It was never as strong as my normal cramping right before my period. Like I get intense period cramps. They really stink and they're strong, and like I just always have to like be on the Motrin round the clock for the first few days. So it wasn't as strong as that, but it was more of like a pinching, tight pressure. Like it was like a lot of pressure, and sometimes a little pinching sensation down there. And I was like, this is odd. This is odd. It has like almost been gone past almost 2 weeks. It feels like maybe every so often I'll get some cramping, but it's not as like it was all day long for a while. The bloat, you guys, the bloat is real. Like think about the worst bloat you ever have when you're about to go on your period, like where you're like, I look pregnant right now, like what is going on? That is how I feel. I am so bloated in my stomach. It's insane. I can't even like I can't even suck it in. It hurts if I do that. I just like, yeah, the bloat is real. There are things I'm probably forgetting to say, but I'm also not trying to completely bore you guys. But I totally noticed a change of smell in my urine. And some people say that if you notice that's when the HCG hormone is starting to produce, and that some women smell it in their urine because that's obviously how you get the positive on your test. Yeah, pretty crazy. I could totally smell that. It was weird. It'll be in all my brain, but I feel like it's not. Then, so the last thing I kind of want to talk about, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Some of these symptoms have also gotten a little bit stronger. The exhaustion's gotten a little bit heavier. The boobs have really started to hurt more. But the one thing that also I want to mention that has happened that I want to just say for you guys, if you're watching this and you are in the process of either trying to get pregnant, you just found out, whatever. I want to hopefully give some reassurance, but I definitely had spotting for sure. It worried me. I definitely felt anxious about it and nervous and like had some tears over it. But I would say from between weeks 4 and 5 was when it was the most consistent. It would be weird. It was weird though, because it was definitely light. I didn't have very severe cramping, but it would be mostly brown, which I guess people say is not a scary color. But I did have twice where it was like a red, and that's when I was like, oh no, like I got so nervous and scared. And so it only happened once in a day, and it would only happen when I would go to the bathroom. It wasn't like I felt like I needed to have something on all the time. It wasn't that heavy. It was just when I was like going to the bathroom and I would wipe and stuff, like that's when I would see it. And sometimes it was so faint that you're like, okay, Jordan, you're like searching for it. It would not be every day either. It would kind of be like a few days and then I would stop. And then it would go a few days and then I get it again. And I haven't spotted for the past few days, which is really great, like literally none at all. But I might again in a few days and be a little bit. So I'm kind of getting used to it. And the reason why I feel a little bit better is because I had the spotting. I called my OB and I asked to see like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what the consistency and the color and blah, blah, blah. And I gave them all the details and they're like, well, you know what, let's just come in, just come in. We'll check your blood, your levels and see, you know, but I'm sure everything's fine. That she's like, it's very common to spot during the first few weeks, you know, in the beginning. It's very common for women to have that. And so just come in and we'll get some blood work done. And so I did that and our numbers came back great. Doubled. This was when I was actually transitioning out of week 5 into week 6. So when I got my blood work done, I was end of week 5 going into week 6, and I was 1935 first time and then doubled to like 33,900 and something. So the numbers were really great. We felt confident that everything's going fine and it's good. And so if you feel like you need to reach out to your doctor and things are worrying you, just ask. It helps for just peace of mind. I always ask. I literally like, I would rather hear from a doctor like, hey, don't worry about this, than constantly just like going over about it and like going over it in my head over and over again. Like I just am my own worst enemy with that kind of stuff. So I just didn't want to be too stressed out or anxious. So I just asked and I felt so much better. So I don't know, I just don't want anyone to think like, oh no, like if they're spotting, that means, well, that's it. It's not necessarily true. So the most recent things that have changed is I forgot this part. This was one of the earlier symptoms as well. When they say that you pee all the time, it's for real. It is for real. I feel like I literally pee every hour, maybe even sooner than that. I pee all the time now. Of course, I'm drinking a lot of water, but like I pee all the time. And it's like, how do I have this much bladder? Like, how do I have this much in my bladder right now? And it's even now to the point where I get up in the middle of the night and have to go. But I embrace all of these symptoms because that means something great is happening. So it's like, but it is real. Like I have to pee all the time. Very most recent thing that's happened is I definitely feel some nausea. I wouldn't say I have it as bad as maybe some women do. Don't think I don't have it at all. I have some of it, but it's like a in-betweener. And it's definitely not in the morning. It's like a little in the morning, then it goes away, then a little bit in the afternoon, then it goes away, then a little bit at night, and then it goes away. It's just kind of sporadic. It's weird. I will feel the sensation of nausea and like, it's just, oh. But then at the same time, I feel a burning hunger pain where I'm literally so hungry that my stomach feels like it's on fire, but yet I'm nauseous at the same time. It's a very interesting sensation. I feel like I can literally eat something and then like 30 minutes later I'm like, all right, give me something else. Like I'm starving. I feel like I just burned through that, and I'm really trying to just gain what I need to and not go overboard. So I'm really interested to ask my doctor about like what should be my goal every day to eat, because I don't want to like go overboard, but I also am like, dude, I'm freaking hungry and it hurts. Like my stomach is literally on fire and I'm so hungry, and then I feel like I get nauseous. It's just just a little fun little cycle. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've obviously been taking a prenatal. I'm drinking a ton of water. I'm trying to eat as healthy as much as I can, rest my body when I need to. I'm still working out. I worked out and I was working out prior to having this happen, and I want to continue that throughout the pregnancy because I just want to be as healthy as I can. But I am using multiple apps. I'm using the Ovia pregnancy app, the Bump app. We're just really excited for our appointment. I think when that happens, it's gonna just solidify what's going on. Sorry if this is like all over the place. I kind of feel like my brain is all over the place. I'm trying to have some sort of format to these types of videos, but I definitely want to do these vlogs. Hopefully my future ones will be a little bit more organized. So I will show you guys what my bump looks like. Right now it's bloat, so please do not think that anything's going on. I was trying to lose weight and like get in a little bit back into shape before this all happened, and then a little bump in the road. But it's fine, it's for an amazing reason. So I kind of have a little bit of a belly on top of all the bloat, so it used to be a lot flatter, but it's not that way anymore. I'll try to, again, make these videos a little bit shorter and also a little bit more to the point. I tend to ramble, and also I'm jumbled all up in the brain. Here it is in a sweatshirt, obviously. Can't really see much. You can kind of see that there is like a roundness to it. I'm gonna see if I can get, like, you see that? So you can kind of tell. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like pudgy right now, but it's definitely like, see, you can see it's like there's a little bit happening right here. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you stick around for this journey. This is, I mean, sorry, I feel like I'm so excited for this journey. I feel like I'm a bachelorette. First time parents. We're so new to all this. We're so excited, and we can't wait to share all this with you guys and get to interact with you guys in this time of our lives. So thank you so much for watching, and love you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.